That jump spell is going to be critical in bringing in this triple. Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash Down. We are back with another daily upload. Yes, I've been uploading daily for months upon months now, and it's been a grind, but I am really enjoying it. I'm getting some of these wars that I'm recording are just getting more and more entertaining, and the one I've got for you guys today is going to be Hydrogen Gaming, I suppose is their full name, coming in against Zurraque War 2. Now, this was in the EYG Open. If you guys are interested in the EYG Open, make sure you head to the description below where there will be a link to their Discord server. But without any further ado, we will hop in and check out some of the action. Alright, so the first one we are going to be taking a look at here, kicking things off with style, because why not? We have got a cheeky little drag bat, my favourite strategy, and I'm sure you guys know that by now if you've watched any of my previous videos that feature drag bat attacks. It does get me a little bit pumped up. I love seeing a sexy little drag bat coming on through, and that's exactly what Stack's attack is going to be doing here, coming in against Doyer with this drag bat, kicking off proceedings by sprinkling, ever so gently sprinkling around the base some sneaky goblins. We've got the king and the queen, I would assume, going to be coming in from this left hand side of the base. You can see the king going to be going out in front, doing a little bit of tanking there, and then we're going to bring that queen in behind. Unfortunately, we are going to see that queen get locked onto by a Tesla and an archer tower there, so we're also going to go ahead and bring in a balloon and royal champion just to get a little bit more value. So both of our king and queen abilities have unfortunately already been popped, so the remainder of this suite really is going to depend on how much value this royal champion can get. And ideally, I think they were maybe looking to try and snag the sweeper in the middle of the base, but I don't think that's going to end up causing us too many issues as these dragons start to make their way from this top section of the base. We will see a blimp flying all the way overhead. That's going to push through to grab that town hall. Nice early rage spell going to be coming in there, pretty much in capturing, is that a word? Let's hope so. All of those dragons. We're going to drop that eternal tome ability right there, as I said, to make sure that blimp is able to fly all the way through this base from that top left hand side all the way through to 3 o'clock. Down it goes right there. We're going to see a couple of bombs popping up right there. That's not going to be able to stop a nice safe blimp with a few of those test troops coming out first, then the sneakies and the dragon coming out behind from taking care of that town hall, giving Stacks that second star on the board. But we're not just going to settle for 2 stars. Oh no, we are going to go all the way and try and aim for that triple, and we are going to be making sure we're dropping down those free spells on this scatter shot and on that wizard tower down here at this bottom section of the base. Again, dropping down our last of those free spells, making sure we just get through that wizard tower. There is going to be one wizard tower remaining at this top section, but I don't think it's going to be able to stop this huge army of dragons that are currently propelling their way through the center of the base. You're going to see these bats slowly but surely taking down all of the defenses, but this wizard tower just proved a little bit too strong for them to deal with. We're going to continue getting these dragons working their way through from this left hand side. We've got a wizard and an archer doing a little bit of work, cleanup work on the bottom section, as well as a wizard on this right hand side. But it's going to be pretty easy work for these dragons to tidy up the remainder of the base, you know, unless there's like 50,000 seeking air mines chilling on this 3 o'clock section of the base. I think we should be looking pretty tidy. Very nice start to this video coming in from Stacks Attacks of Hydro Gaming. Alright, so we've got Joe coming on through with this next one, and Joe, I'm sure, will be happy to feature in a video. He always gets on to me because he doesn't feature in any videos, but I guess you just got to ask, why is he not featuring? Well, because I only show triples. Alright, that got a little bit awkward there, but we do have Joe actually coming in with a triple here. He's going to be starting off proceedings with that Grand Warden walk from this top section of the base. You can see he's going to be left to his own devices for a little bit before bringing those healers in behind. There was an air defense chilling on that top section, and we weren't going to take any risks. We've got an E-Drag doing... An E-Drag? Doing a little bit of work on a P.E.K.K.A. Bowler Smash. Not too often you're going to see an E-Drag doing a little bit of work, but maybe getting slightly lucky, avoiding any seeking air mines over on this left hand side. And we are going to have to drop down a rage spell as this Grand Warden does get locked onto by an Expo, Archer Tower, and the Town Hall right there. So not taking any risks on losing our Grand Warden too early on in this attack. The rage spell is going to allow him just to stay alive. Staying alive, however the song goes. But here we go. P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers going to be swinging on through from this left hand side of the base. We've got the king and the siege barriers doing a little bit of work right there. We've got these P.E.K.K.A.s unfortunately getting locked onto by this single target inferno pretty early on, so one of them going to get taken down, but I would assume we're going to go ahead and drop that Eternal Tome ability pretty soon. Yep, there it is right there. Just as I say it, Joe drops the ability. It's as if I've watched this attack before. King going to be doing some nice work over here on that left-hand side, taking care of that scatter shot, then going to go ahead and hopefully snipe through the enemy King as well. That single target Inferno lurking up towards that top section of the base. Unfortunately, it's starting to snipe down some of our P.E.K.K.A.s, which is not ideal. Of course, we do want to try and keep these P.E.K.K.A.s alive for as long as possible because they can do some pretty hefty damage if given the opportunity. But we do still have two of our hero abilities left up here in this base. We've got the Royal Champion doing a little bit of work down here at the bottom section, and we've got our Queen still doing some work over on this right hand side. There is the RC ability swinging on through, just helping to clean up a couple of these defenses down at the bottom section of the base, and all hope now really rests on the shoulders of these few bowlers in the radius of these healers. No, I'm only kidding. There's plenty left up in this base. We've still got our Queen ability, which is going to get popped right there. We've got a freeze spell, which is going to go down. Just trying to use that to keep this Royal Champion alive. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure if she's going to win this fight against the Grand Warden statue. Yes, she is able to just sneak through that Warden statue over there at the right-hand side of the base. Is then going to go ahead and get sniped off by a giant bomb. Bam, bam, bam. Down she goes right there. But the Queen and the Grand Warden going to be able to get some nice work done here on the back end. Maybe getting a little bit lucky, as Joe sometimes does, but if the luck's with you, hey, what does it matter? A triple is a triple, and that's what Joe is going to be bringing in for his team, Hydro Gaming. Very nice indeed. We've got two more attacks to take a look at in this video, so without any further ado, let's hop out and check them out. Alright, so the next one we're going to be taking a look at comes in here from Nick Helios, of course, of Hydro Gaming, coming in against Money Talks of Zurraque War 2, and he is going to be coming in here with a very, very creative Zap Lalo plan. So you can see we did start off with the Earthquake and the Zaps going down in the middle of the base. We're then going to bring in a Yeti Blimp from this top section. Those are going to be used to just snag this Town Hall. Does get a little bit tight here on the back end, but luckily those Yeti Mites are going to go to the Town Hall rather than that Wizard Tower. Could have been a nightmare if that Town Hall hadn't gone down there, but luckily here for Nick Helios is able to do so. We're now going to see this Queen coming in from so far up in this base. I almost couldn't even reach her when I was recording this, but you can see we're now going to bring in a couple of those balloons on this right hand side just to help take down those Teslas. Not taking any risks at all. I'm not too sure Nick could actually drop this poison spell any further up, which is not ideal because this Queen is unfortunately going to have to try and deal with them. If there's healers in there for the Queen, there's not going to be healers in there because there's none in this composition. What am I talking about? We're going to continue through here regardless. Another balloon coming in for this Archer Tower on the right hand side, nearly taking it down. Unfortunately not quite able to do so. We're going to see an Ice Golem popping over here on this top left hand side of the base. Actually maybe coming in slightly too early, but we are going to have our King and our Queen working their way down from this left hand side of the base. Now this is the moment we are all here for. Let's really focus in and watch this godly Royal Champion ability. There's the invisibility coming in, and there is that Seeking Shield going all the way through into that middle of the base, and that is beautiful coming in there from Nick Helios, making sure that the Seeking Shield didn't pass where we didn't want it to, which would have been the Expo Cannon. Instead going all the way through into the middle to grab that Inferno Tower. Just a really smart play coming in there from Nick Helios. This Queen somehow, some way has not gone to ability. You can see her over there on that top left hand side of the base. Going to be able to get a little bit of value as this Lalo starts to make its way in from the 3 o'clock section of this base. Finally, we're going to see that Queen getting her ability popped at that top section. Does actually take down the air defense that was lurking up there. Not too sure if Nick was planning on the Queen getting that much value, but you know, who's he to complain if the Queen is able to clutch up and survive throughout the entirety of this attack? Because, well, it's always going to be of benefit, isn't it? We do have this Eagle Artillery, unfortunately raining down a couple of shots on these balloons on the back end of this one, and they are slowly but surely getting sniped off. We had so many balloons lurking in this area, but unfortunately they did just get held up as the pathing slightly off. We maybe could have done with saving a couple of balloons to bring them in from 6 o'clock just to try and keep everything in a nice line rather than going across, down, up, and then to continue their path. We're going to see an army of red bombs and those skeletons popping up in the middle of the base. Luckily, our troops are not going to be able to avoid them. They do get popped by those red bombs, but it's not going to be enough to stop Nick Helios from bringing in a really, really nice triple. That Royal Champion trick, insanely nice from him in this one. Alright, so the last attack we are going to be taking a look at comes in here from Goblin Cleaver. And he's going to be coming in with, well, I guess it's a little bit of spam. Who doesn't love a little bit of spam? I'm sure Goblin does, but here we go. So he's actually going to be kicking off proceedings by bringing in a couple of these sneaky goblins to clean out these storages over on this right hand side of the base, not taking any risks, making sure he slowly but surely deploys them in testing the water for any bombs, and now he knows the way is clear. He can drop down the rest of his sneaky goblins. They are going to go ahead, jump him there and snag that town hall to give Goblin that first star on the board. Getting rid of the town hall is going to be important in any attack. Of course, you have to take it down to guarantee yourself at least 1 star on the board, but ideally you're going to take it down so it doesn't stop you from picking up that 3 star. And here we go. 4 of those earthquakes going to go down in the center of the base. We bring in a golem to tank for our witches, for our super wizards at this top section, and we're going to go ahead there and drop down that poison spell. That's going to help us get through some of these archers as well as these headhunters, hopefully in plenty of time. And now we can get going with the main portion of our attack, which is going to be the log launcher swinging on through with our king, our queen, our grand warden, and then the remainder of our super wizards and those witches. And to be honest, in these attacks it always is really difficult to tell how well they're actually going because the troops are so split up across the base. But we are going to go ahead there and drop down the free spell on the multi-target, and then a couple of these defenses in the middle of the base, just trying to mitigate some of that damage off the scatter shots onto our troops as they propel their way through this base. We've got some still lurking up that top section, some still lurking on the left hand side, plenty of troops still in the middle. We of course have those yetis that did end up coming out of that log launcher. Going to be able to get some really nice value for Goblin Cleaver here on the back end. And to be honest, this was the perfect strategy for this base. Getting rid of that town hall early on meant this spam strategy is going to be so incredibly effective against this base. And of course, we've still got a jump spell to swag, so why not just go ahead and drop it down there on the back end, because that jump spell is going to be critical in bringing in this triple. No, who am I to kid? That's just a swag jump spell. It's just going down there to maybe, you know, help the troops get over that wall section a little bit quicker. A nice attack to finish off this video coming in there from Goblin Cleaver. Alright, and that is all we've got time for. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Always good to see the guys in Hydro Gaming bringing in that win. They absolutely crushed this war, so big shout out to those guys. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe for more daily uploads, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.